fraternity members down the road at one university will no longer be able to drink alcohol in their fraternity houses. Good afternoon, I'm Brett Edwards.
And I'm Alex Corradetti. That is the news from Bradley this morning. TV 10's Chris Allen joins us in the studio with more.
Thanks, Alex. Bradley University has come down hard on fraternities in regards to alcohol consumption, and the news may be unsettling to fraternity members here at Illinois State. With the startling news coming from Bradley this morning, could parties behind this door at Illinois State be any different? Fraternity coordinator Michael Zajac hopes that the students at ISU don't force a decision like this.
Well, I mean, the hope is that we don't have to go to a decision like this. We try to empower our fraternities and sororities to handle and deal with alcohol-related incidents.
Even if changes come to Illinois State, students don't believe the rules will have much of an impact on the party scene.
It might hurt, the fraternity parties and things like that, but I think people will still find a way to enjoy themselves.
Several incidents led to Bradley making their decision on fraternities and alcohol, and Zajac says that if the situation were to arise here, they would have to consider making a change.
However, if something serious were to happen, I'm sure all options would be on the table, and as a result, there could be something. But as of right now, that is not the case. We've not had those conversations, and I hope, my hope is that our fraternities and sororities don't ever put us in the situation to have to make those decisions.
The 12 traditional fraternities here on campus are currently allowed to host parties with alcohol if they have the appropriate liquor license. Zajac also says that if students act responsibly, they will avoid all problems. For TV 10 News, I'm Chris Hyland. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Chris. For other state schools, the policies for fraternity and sorority alcohol use vary. Northern Illinois requires fraternities and sororities to register social events and get university approval. As for Western Illinois, each chapter is required to abide by federal, state, university, and their own national headquarter policies regarding drugs and alcohol. Additionally, WIU Greek chapters have significant risk management and risk reduction policies and procedures to promote healthy decision-making.
The search committee responsible for finding the next Illinois State University president is in place. The committee includes 21 members, ranging from the Board of Trustees to representatives of the different colleges on campus and to both athletics and alumni representatives. They will meet for the first time tomorrow morning on campus. President Al Bowman announced his retirement in December, citing health reasons. He's staying in office until a new candidate is chosen and then will go back to teaching. Board of Trustees Chairman Michael McCuskey hopes the committee will have finalists named before the end of the spring semester.
The naming of a new member to the Bloomington City Council brought a crowd out to last night's meeting. TV 10's Olivia Mancino has the story.
The appointment of the alderman of the First Ward of Bloomington sparked controversy at the City Council meeting last night. Bloomington resident and owner of Kelly's Restaurant, Jamie Matthey, was appointed by Mayor Stockton and approved by the council in a 7-2 vote. Matthey has been appointed in place of the previous alderman, Bernie Anderson, who has stepped down for health reasons. Disgruntled citizens attended the meeting in protest of the appointment, contending that a candidate in the race should not be appointed before his election.
There's an attempt to influence the people's thoughts by placing him in that position so that people will look at him as the incumbent.
Matthey will be running in the April 9th election against the only other candidate on the ballot, Kevin Lauer. Ellen Gibson is not running for the regular election. Matthey commented on the challenges of running in an election after winning a write-in position.
The election, with me running as the write-in candidate is going to be a little bit of an uphill battle, but we have a solid strategy and I've got amazing people who are helping with the campaign.
Despite controversy among citizens, Mayor Steve Stockton upholds that he based his decision on Matthey's community involvement. Reporting for TV 10 News, I'm Olivia Mancino.
Mayor Stockton is not running for re-election himself. He will be done after this April's election, and several new council members will also be elected at that time.
Also at the City Council meeting, the recommended budget for fiscal 2014 was unveiled. City Manager David Hales proposed a budget of $169.4 million. This would allow for additional hiring in the police and fire departments. The general fund balance to end 2012 was $14.4 million, which should increase to $17.2 million at the end of the 2014 fiscal year. The money in the general fund balance can be used for projects that are not contained in the recommended budget.
McLean County Sheriff Mike Emery and the Illinois State Sheriff's Association are opposing the weapons ban. They would like the gun debate to focus more on mental health issues and not on banning assault weapons. The ISA recently adopted a resolution opposing Illinois' proposed assault weapon ban. Emery believes the proposed ban is a violation of Second Amendment rights. The ISA released a list of other ways to begin tackling gun violence, including expansion of mental health illness treatment, addressing violent video games, and prosecution of those who violate existing gun laws. State Treasurer Dan Rutherford said he wants to cut his budget even more in the upcoming fiscal year. He has taken measures as small as buying office supplies in bulk as one of his cost-saving measures. Rutherford said he will propose a 3% reduction in his operational budget to the General Assembly for the fiscal year beginning July 1st. That amounts to a $248,000 cut. The cuts also include phone usage reductions and updating outdated software and hardware for additional savings.